Irish Sussex Flower School online tutorials. Today I'm going to be showing you some different mechanical methods so that we can get away from using floral foam. So if you are new to floristry and you have no idea what I'm talking about, floral foam is the block of green foam that florists have used in the past to hold flowers together. You soak it for a few minutes and then you can place flowers in to make pedestals, funeral displays, all sort of different sorts of things. The trouble with it, and we're becoming more aware of this in the industry, that it's incredibly bad for the environment as it doesn't break down. So there's been a big shift to sort of turn your back on using this and to sort of use other mechanics, which there are many. Yes, they are more time consuming, but the fact that we are working with a product that obviously is grown outside and needs a great environment, I think it's really important that as an industry we do carry on sort of just saying no to using foam. When I started in floristry 17 years ago, I was very unaware of the environmental impact of floral foam, but I never actually really enjoyed using it. The tricky thing about foam is that when you're using it, you can't sort of, especially when you're starting out, you can't keep taking flowers out of it. Once you put flowers in, if you keep sort of taking them out, then the foam will just start to crumble after a while and then actually break. So it's quite frustrating, especially when you're starting out and you're sort of a bit like, oh no, maybe I've changed my mind, that doesn't quite work there. It doesn't really allow you to make mistakes. It also compacts flowers together, which isn't great, and flowers don't last very long in it as well. And so the mechanics I'm going to show you, they all your flowers are going to be in fresh water, which is definitely the best way. So the first mechanic I'm going to show you is using chicken wire. So chicken wire you can purchase from B&Q, you might have some already that you use in the garden. This one here is a copper mesh, and I would say that if you do like using chicken wire, give this one a go because it's much easier on your hands. The trouble with the silver one is it can kind of cut you quite easily, whereas this one, it's a bit more friendly on your hands, so do give this a go. And I use this for everything, for big hanging installations, for large displays, and for table centres such as what this one would be for. And all you do is you create almost like half a round shape. Don't be frightened of it, you know, it's quite tough, so you can be, you know, can sort of squeeze it, and you just place it like that in your vessel. And then if you want to, you can take your floral tape and just secure it and do it over the other way as well, just so that it's securely in there. You pour your water in and then just take your flowers and just place it into the chicken wire. You'll see, if you watch any of the other demonstrations, I use this a lot, so you'll see how I sort of put flowers in. But at the beginning, it's very common for things to kind of move and not to be in the right place. But as you put more foliage and more flowers in, everything will become a bit more sturdy. But the lovely thing about chicken wire is at the end, when you finish, you can still alter flowers and move them slightly, which is a great advantage. So that's that one. For shallow vessels such as this, chicken wire, you can still use it, that's fine. But another interesting product, and you'll have to excuse this one, this is called a floral frog pin. I've got many ones that look much nicer than this. This one's a very well used one, but my other ones are in the studio. A floral frog pin it's very heavy. These pins here are quite sharp, so do be careful. They used to use it a lot back in the day, and it sort of went out of fashion, and then you have floral designers such as Kiana Underwood of Tulipina Design, who have brought this back into fashion, and you know, she uses it all the time. It comes in lots of different sizes. You can get some really big ones and really small ones, and they're great for shallow vessels such as this. They're not so good for anything that's got a bit of height to it, because you do need access to this quite easily. And how you attach it is you take your floral putty, which is just sticky, it's a bit like a much stickier blue tack. You go all the way around the edge. I always put a bit on the bottom, place it in your vessel and just almost screw it in. So it's like that. You then put your water in, take your flowers. When you cut them, you need to make sure that it is at a 45-degree angle, and then simply you put your flowers in between the pins, and then you can move it if you want to, and it's just like that. You can get a lot of flowers in these pin frogs, and that's why some people prefer them to the chicken wire. Another great method to use. Especially at the moment, if you're unable to get hold of any of these things, another very easy method, and something that you might have at home, is to create a grid using sellotape. And again, it's the same principle as chicken wire, so you just go across to create your grid, and there you have it. So super, super simple. The only disadvantage of this is you have to be careful, so anything that's got a real woody stem or anything that's really heavy, probably this isn't going to be strong enough, but really lightweight flowers, this would be perfect for. So there you have it, that's my 3 non-floral foam mechanics. So try out the chicken wire, sellotape grid and the frog, and I'd love to know your thoughts.